Hi guys, my name is Becca for those of you who don't know me. I'm going to be talking today about peace. For those of you who don't know me, it's a little ironic that I got assigned peace because I am very prone to anxiety. My natural state is to be anxious and be feeling led first. So this is something I've had to wrestle through for my entire adult life, to pause and filter through what the word tells me about peace and what I know to be true, even when it doesn't feel true. I usually write for our devotions team, so if you read our devotions, you might have seen me reference some of the verses I'm going to talk about today. But I have 3 in particular that I want to share with you guys today that really resonate for me and what it means to feel peace. The first 2 kind of go together for me, so I'll read them and then explain how I use those to understand what it means to feel a godly sense of peace. The first one is Philippians 4:7. It says, "The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." And the second one is Isaiah 55:8-9. It says, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts." Okay, so stay with me. I know that these might not be the verses your brain first jumps to when you think about peace. For me, they are, and they've landed this way because I'm so prone to anxiety and not feeling a sense of peace. So the first one talks about a peace that surpasses all understanding and how God's peace guards our hearts and our minds when we're centered on Christ. This one has grounded me in my moments of deepest panic, knowing that the peace that comes from the Lord doesn't make sense. It does surpass all understanding. He can give me peace even when I feel like chaos. The second verse goes with that for me because he says that my ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. I want to understand what's going on at all times. I want to be in control, and that leads to my anxiety. I want to understand the chaos that's going on around me, and that robs me of peace. This verse is one of my greatest comforts because I don't have to understand, and there's things earthside that I will never understand because his ways are higher than my ways and his thoughts are higher than my thoughts. He has plans that I could never even comprehend on this side of earth. So for me, in my moments of chaos, when I'm spiraling and letting those feelings of unrest kind of become all-consuming, these are verses that I go back to almost daily, knowing that he can surpass all of that anxiety and chaos that lives inside me. Because his peace surpasses all of it. I don't need to cognitively understand it for him to take control. And I can rest in knowing that even when I don't see the big picture, he has a big kingdom plan. The last verse that I want to share with you is probably my most shared verse because I repeat this to myself about 100 times a day. It's the second half of Matthew 28:20, where he says, "I am with you always, even into the end of the age." Some translations say until the end of the world, into the end of time. Different translations say it differently, but all of it boils down to it is, I am with you. In my moments of panic, where I feel like I can't breathe, where I'm fighting for understanding, for control, knowing that I am not alone, even when it feels like it, is my biggest reassurance in this life. So those are the verses that I cling to all the time. In my deepest, darkest moments of panic, I always revert back to reminding myself that his ways are higher than my ways, and his peace can surpass the chaos that lives in me because he is always with me. So I hope that you guys find that encouraging, and knowing how the word all works together to teach us what his sense of peace is, even when it doesn't make sense in the fallen world that we live in today.